Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So today I'm going to be talking about traveling with your dog. I don't really know how it's like traveling with a cat, but I'm really used to traveling with my dog, and I had a previous dog before that, which I used to travel with, so I'm quite I have quite a lot of knowledge about traveling into the plane with your dog and down, I don't know what it's called, the suit where you put the luggages basically. So the first step you want to make sure is that you purchase a carrier. So whether you travel in the actual plane with your dog, or if you travel with your pet but your dog can't get in the plane with you, you need a carrier. It's a different kind of carrier, but you still need one. So basically the first thing you need to do before actually purchasing a carrier, you need to weigh your dog. Times you can see, like, if you have a huge dog, you obviously know that it's gonna go in the luggage place, but sometimes you're not really sure. Like I was with my dog. My dog was really young when I first traveled with him, and he just reached the limit to where he couldn't travel with me in the plane, so I needed to buy a bigger carrier for him. So know that the carrier limit, your dog and its carrier needs to weigh no more than 7 kilos for your dog to be traveling in the plane with you. If it's more than that, he needs to travel in the luggage compartment. So my dog right now weighs about 13 kilos without the carrier, and with the carrier he must weigh about 22 kilos, I believe. The carrier is pretty big. You really want to make sure that the carrier is really roomy, that your dog has space for him to be able to turn around and just stand up. I think that is a rule. Your dog needs to be able to stand up on his 4 legs and, you know, not like touching the top of the compartment thing, the carrier. On top of the carrier, I can talk. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. Before you even go on the plane, you want to get your dog used to the carrier, just because if you just introduce the carrier to your dog like the day you're traveling, you're gonna be so screwed. Especially if your dog is a nervous dog just like mine. He gets super nervous to like new things, new environments and whatever, so he's gonna panic basically. So you want to buy that carrier 2 months before. That is what I did. I bought it like a month and a half before, and I just left it in my living room open so that he could go in and out, and it was like his little bed and whatever. And then I put that in the car so that every time we went in the car, he was able to be in that carrier instead of in the car with us. And that really helped him get used to being in that carrier, just because he knew that it wasn't a dangerous place and he knew that I was there. So the day I put him in there to travel, he cried. Obviously he didn't want to be locked in there, but I believe it was a lot better than it would have been if he has never seen it before and I just put him in there and left him. So you also want to do that. That's super important because I mean, your dog can panic and that's so sad, you know, so just make sure you buy it super early so that he can get used to it, and yeah, you don't need to be sad. I cried the day I left him. I cried. I needed to leave him at the airport and I just saw him. Oh my god, it was so sad. It was so sad. He was crying and I was crying because I was leaving George, and then I started crying because Cookie was crying, and oh my god, I was crying for so many reasons that you don't even know. It was awful. So the next thing you want to do is call your vet. To be able to travel with your dog needs to have all the vaccinations. So basically a healthy dog Also, he needs to have a vaccine book and a passport. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I believe it's different in every country. So I got mine in Cyprus because that's where I left from the first time he traveled. So this is the vaccine book. And you have a little, I'm not gonna show the phone number, but here you have like a little page where his picture is, and you just have his information and you know what breed he is, the species, so it's a dog, cat, the date of birth, the color, if it's a male or female, his name, and then you have to write two people that own the dog. So I just wrote me and George, my fiance, since we both own him. And then the next thing is the passport. So mine is a European passport, but it's a Cyprus passport, but I believe it's different again in every country. So it's just blue, so that's the vaccine book and that's the passport. And it's the same thing in here. You basically have a page with his information and yeah, his information, focus. Okay, and just a little picture of him. Yes, so that's that, and then it just comes in. Normally they give you this little like folder thing where that is my local vet where I used to go to, and it's just to put everything in it so it's nice and tidy and you don't lose anything. So you need that. And the next thing I know you also need to travel everywhere in the world is you need your dog to have a microchip. I didn't know that. I didn't know that your dog needed a microchip because I don't think that when I traveled with my little dog before, I don't really remember because I was young and my mom took care of it, but I don't think he needed a microchip. So I believe that is new, but I'm not really sure, so don't judge me on that. I don't really know. But anyways, you need a microchip to travel. So it's like a vaccine, but in the neck, and then he just has a number, and you can just scan it with a machine. I don't even know. It's quite painful actually. So I know you need that. You need all the vaccine, and one of them is like Raj vaccine. It's like, one second. I believe like one that you need to travel everywhere. The most important one that you need is it's like a name. I don't remember. Oh, it's called rabies in English, and in French it's called rage. I know that in French. And you need to do that a month before you travel. So basically, before traveling, you need to go a month before, and then you need to go about like 5 to 10 days before, because you need to go for a checkup, to basically prove that your dog is healthy, and your vet is gonna write a note that says that your dog is healthy and he can travel and he isn't gonna like spread any sickness in the country that you're going to. Yeah, so that's what I need. I think that's all I need. Oh, and I need a worm pill as well. I need to give it to him 48 hours before traveling, but I think I can do that. At least I did that by myself when I came here. So yeah, you just make him you just push it down his throat, which is awful. He does not like that. Okay, sorry if I'm looking down. I have my book of notes. Yeah, by the way, I purchased this such cute book for YouTube because I'm super dedicated. I know this is only my second video, but I'll talk a bit more at the end on what we're planning to do with this channel, which is awesome, and I hope you guys can join along. Honestly, it's gonna be so fun. Anyways, back to the topic. The day you travel, if you're traveling early like I am, I'm leaving at 11, I believe, at 11 a.m. So I need to leave from here at 7 a.m. or like 7:30 because I need to pay for his ticket at the airport. So that's gonna take a little bit of time. So I prefer being a little bit earlier than just being like on the rush and missing my flight or whatever. So I'm just gonna be a bit earlier. So for that, if you are traveling earlier like I am, you can't, well, I mean, it's not that you can't, but I prefer not giving any food to my dog before traveling, just because I don't mind him peeing in the carrier, because he's gonna have like a diaper, you know, like a laid down diaper. It just sticks to the little cushion that is down there, so that doesn't really matter. But if he poops, it's like, I feel bad for him. I mean, he's gonna be staying in that thing for like 9 hours, and that is a lot of time. So I prefer not giving him any food, or maybe just some rice or something like that, so that he doesn't have any accidents. Obviously, always have water, especially if it's a hot country or a hot day, or just summer, you know, in general. So I am traveling to Cyprus, so it's super hot over there, and it's in May, it's gonna be quite hot. So I'm definitely gonna put him some water in his carrier. He has like a little plastic thing attached to the little like gate thing, and you can just pour some water in there. Most of the time it spills, but at least he has some, I guess. I don't even know. Yes, and then before going to the airport, you should walk your dog for at least an hour. I mean, at least for him, I know that he would at least need an hour, just because he's young and he's super active, and I just believe that, you know, if he just releases some of his energy, he'll just sleep better, and he won't just cry and want to run around or whatever. So that's what he's used to. He's used to walking a lot every single day, so that's what I'm gonna do. By the way, everything I've said so far goes for both the carrier in the plane and the carrier not in the plane, on the luggage place thing. So the only difference basically that you have to do is, I think, just buy a different carrier, and probably what I would do if I travel in the plane with my dog, I would give him a like a sleeping pill, just because it's so bad. Like, imagine you're in the plane and you have this dog screaming. No, no thanks. But if it's like down in the luggage place, you know, you can't really hear it. Some people prefer also giving your dog a sleeping pill if you're down there, just so that he can just relax or whatever. I think I did give him one traveling. I don't think it really worked, because he was a puppy, so I was restricted to how much I could give him. He was, I think, five months or something, so he was super young. So I wasn't able to give him many, like a lot, so he didn't, I don't think it really relaxed him. But anyways, so that's that. And then, so you travel and everything, you get in your plane and everything's fine, whether you have your dog with you or not. And then when you get out of the plane, when you're landing, what I like to do is that, especially this time, because I'm landing at like 8:30 at night, so it's quite late, and that's already past his dinner time. That's like, he eats around 6 o'clock, something like that. He eats super early because that just worked out for me. So when you land, you just want to get out of the airport as fast as possible and just take your dog out of the carrier, so you can just walk him and he can just poo or pee or whatever. So I like to do that, immediately walking him, releasing his energy, and then before getting into the car and driving home, I like to walk him for about 15 minutes around the airport, so that he can, you know, he was in that carrier, even though it's not a small carrier, yeah, even though it's not a small carrier, I don't know, I want him to like walk around before getting in the car and, you know, going home. So that's what I like to do. And then I'm gonna ask my fiance, which is gonna come and get me at the airport, to bring food. I want him to bring a like can of food, you know, and I'll give him half of that, and I will mix it with some white rice. He loves rice, and he has some digestion problems, so it just works for him to have some rice once in a while. I give him rice nearly in every one of his meals, even though it's not really the base food in there. I just add some rice because it just helps him not have diarrhea. So yes, that's that. And then after that, you know, obviously give him water. We'll have fresh water. So I think that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But before that, I just wanted to let you guys know that in the next video, I have a lot of videos planned in my handy little book, and I have a lot of vlogs coming up as well. It's just that right now I had a little bit of a skin problem and I had to go to the doctor, and I didn't want to film with my face looking like it did. I will insert a picture of my arm. I don't really have a picture of my face, but of my arm. I have this like eczema and it gets really bad. So I think my next video will be a skincare routine for sensitive skin, what I do and how I take care of my skin for it to be healthy and moisturized. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about this now, but this is gonna be probably my next video, and I know that our channel writes daily vlogs. They are gonna be daily vlogs later on in about a month and a half. It's just that right now it's just gonna be more sit-down videos. There are gonna be a few vlogs, but right now that's what it's gonna be because it works out like that. And I don't want to start vlogging without George being in there because that wouldn't really be the point of our channel. Our channel is a family channel, and yes, basically. Right now they're sit-down videos, and it's also better because you guys can get to know me and then you'll get to know George later on. So I'll see you guys later in my next video. Bye!